America's politicians agree on literally nothing, except for one thing: Israel. How is that possible? Is it just a friendly alliance, or is something insane happening behind the scenes? The secret might just be cash. The pro-Israel lobby spent crazy money. We're talking tens of millions of dollars in the 2024 election alone. That is an insane amount of money. So today, we are asking the biggest question: does Israel secretly control the United States? We're going to follow the money, the lobbying, and the power to see if this is a normal friendship or something way bigger. Okay, so you've probably heard of the Israel lobby. This isn't some movie conspiracy theory, it's a real group of people, and the final boss is a group called AIPAC. Their mission is simple: make sure America always has Israel's back. And they do it by talking to politicians, getting people hyped up, and most importantly, giving them a ton of campaign money. And the money is crazy. In the 2024 election, if you supported Israel, they gave you cash. If you criticized Israel even a little bit, they spent millions to get you fired from both parties. This means politicians are literally terrified to say anything bad, shutting down any real debate. And yeah, other groups spend money, but critics say the Israel lobby's power over the Middle East is on a whole other level. But it's not just lobbying. It's billions of dollars in aid and weapons. Get this, Israel has gotten more U.S. aid money than any other country since World War II. That is insane. Right now, the U.S. gives Israel a guaranteed $3.8 billion for its military every single year. And since the conflict that began in October 2023, America has sent billions more on top of that. And with the money comes power. At the UN, if someone tries to pass something that criticizes Israel, the U.S. uses its veto power to completely block it. They've done it at least 45 times. No other country gets that kind of protection. People who support this say it's a 500 IQ investment. They say Israel is a solid friend in a super chaotic region and gives the U.S. game-changing secret information. This isn't just about money, it's also about shared values. A huge part of this is a group called Christian Zionists, an absolutely massive group of voters who support Israel because of their religion. This has built a giant base of support that politicians are too scared to challenge. But not everyone agrees. Critics say this special relationship is actually a huge problem for America. They argue that by giving 100% support no matter what, the U.S. gets dragged into crazy conflicts that shouldn't be in. Some experts think this has actually wrecked America's reputation and trapped them, especially with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. So the big question is this alliance worth it, or is it costing way too much? So what happens when you mix lobbying, billions in aid, and cultural power? You get the rules that America actually follows. The influence is super obvious. For years, America has been tough on Iran, just like Israel. And during the war in Gaza, the U.S. kept defending Israel and sending insane amounts of weapons, even when the rest of the world was getting angry. When the International Criminal Court tried to get arrest warrants for Israeli leaders for alleged war crimes, the U.S. immediately slammed them for it. Now, it's not 100% control. Sometimes they argue, like when the U.S. doesn't like Israel building new settlements, but when it comes to the big stuff, security and defense, they are basically a super team. So let's answer the impossible question: does Israel control America? The answer isn't a simple yes or no, it's way more complicated. What we found is that it's not a puppet situation, but it is an insane level of influence. By using expert-level lobbying, unbelievable amounts of money, and powerful cultural connections, pro-Israel groups have become one of the most powerful forces in American politics ever. This basically guarantees U.S. policy lines up with what Israel wants. It's a mix of shared goals, how American politics works, and one of the most effective lobbying machines on the planet. Which leaves us with one final crazy question: where is the line between normal influence and too much pressure, especially when we're talking about war and peace? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And if you learned something mind-blowing, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next video where we expose another secret about how the world actually works.